Hi guys, this is Mike Greer, and I'd like to share with you an overview of what I'm working on right now, which is the Project Management Minimalist Mentor. The object of the game is to create some scripted meeting guides, coaching tools that your project team can use and get through the Project Management Minimalist essential 10 steps. So on the left, you see the cover, which is underway. Now this is draft. You're looking inside my Word, actually at my Word documents here. So we're going to be having these available within a week or two, probably through CreateSpace. But anyway, here and on the right is a table of contents. You'll see that there's an overview, and then we cover each one of the steps. And within each step, we have particular meeting guides that will get you there. So let's take a look inside. Going along here. The object of the game with each of one of the steps is to provide a target for the team, saying, look, these are the results this meeting ought to get, to provide some discussion topics, things to suggested discussion topics, and some specific questions that the team should focus on in order to accomplish that particular goal of that step. So the least we should do describes a minimum amount. The object of the game being don't do more, because it is, after all, we're doing project management minimalism, and we want to do as little as we can in order to get a good solid project team meeting and to get the project up and running. The most we could do describes, well, if you want to go over the top, if you want to add a few things, well, then you may want to do some of these things in the most you could do section. And then there's a video highlights section. See, the little graphic describes how it's up to you to decide how much PM process you need, what's minimum and what's most. We also have a video highlights section, which I'll show you in a minute, which relates to some of the videos that are out there, which ties in exactly which video you should look at that if your team needs a little bit more reference on how this step works. So scrolling right along tells you who should use these tools, and assuming you do have the Project Management Minimalist, who should participate in discussions and planning sessions. And we have a responsibility accountability matrix there, which I'm not going to go into at all, but it describes how the various players, I'm assuming you got a project manager, team leader, some core team members, maybe a sponsor, and other stakeholders. What would their roles be in these meetings? So that's laid out there. Now let's look at the 10 coaching tools. I'm going to skip number 1 because it's fairly straightforward. Number 2, get the team together and start the project. See, there's right there, there's your results. And it says specifically just these are the targets you're looking for. Gives you an option and something to do possibly before you begin your discussion. Then we go to the discussion topics. So it says, as a group, start out by reviewing the charter, clarify what's been approved, then make a list of ambiguities and red flag issues, how you're going to handle them, and so forth. Decide who's missing and all that. So there's some discussion topics there. And that'll guide you through coming up with a minimum amount, which is at the very least, do this with a conference call and come up with a written summary, this step, which is organizing the team, a summary of who's doing what, and circulate it to, around to the project team members. The most you can do, we're talking about lots more artifacts that your team could create. So it's up to you. You're working in this middle ground here between the least you could do and the most you could do, and it depends on the complexity of your project and how much you want to handle. As a reference, we also, and we're assuming you're going to, for more information, you'd go either to the Project Management Minimalist or to the Project Management Minimalist support videos. And what I've done here is place some slides, some key slides from a support video that goes along with getting the team together. And so that way that'll be in your coaching tool and can keep your team focused, and you may need to review some key concepts. So what's a project stakeholder? What are the roles of experts? Where do you find them? How does a Paris chart or the responsibility accountability chart work, and so forth. So, and notice we identify here it's from video 2A, PM Nuts and Bolts. So there it is, your overview of the PM Mentor, and we'll be making this available pretty soon, the Project Management Minimalist Mentor, so look for it. Thanks for watching.